Hello again, everyone. Age of Dune here, and we're back with another League of Legends Shoutcast. This one, of course, has a few names I'm sure you recognize. Ha, a few. Yeah, I decided to go into this one because I wanted to do an special game. I've been seeing, obviously, a lot of him in the LCS. He's a support main, and he likes to play one of my favorite champions, Thresh. So we searched for a Thresh game by him, and here we are. Luckily, he's actually against Dyrus this game, who's actually playing Ryze. So that's kind of interesting. I wonder if we will see Dyrus as top Ryze sometime in the LCS. That would be kind of cool. I do know that Ryze recently got buffed, and from what I understand, he's actually a pretty strong top. So, you know, maybe this is Dyrus's way of practicing for, you know, showing us a little extra something in the LCS. I don't know. Either way, we do actually see a bit of an invade going on right here. Possibly. There we go. They do see Ninjakin here. He's going to go ahead and send out his Q. But he sees them all there. So it does kind of warn them, hey, they might be going for an invade. So that right there probably told blue team, not really worth invading. And they're probably going to sit there. But with Xpecial being as good as he is on Thresh, I'm really looking forward to seeing it. Oh, they are looking for it because they are pinging the heck out of here. So they may be going for an invade anyway. Kind of surprised. Do we have a teleport? We do not have a teleport. Alright, so there we go. They just checked that bush. They know nobody's in there. They're going to get vision on Xpecial. Oh, the Q hits a Zingy, and that's going to tell the red team that he's there. So that's going to end that risk for an invade right there. So yeah, I wanted to go ahead and see, you know, at least some Thresh as Xpecial. Just at least somewhat, so I could see how he plays and everything. I'm not going to be able to see too much, as this is a regular shoutcast, not a single-player shoutcast. But, I mean, still, I'll be able to see a lot of the plays he makes and everything, which is kind of awesome. He started out with the Doran shield, which is definitely not what I ended up going with. But, again, I'm not exactly the highest level of play. So, what I start with for me is definitely good enough. That timing of that Q there from Morgana was kind of unfortunate. Ended up missing the red creep and hit the other creep instead. But it's not going to really be too big of a deal. It's going to be fine. And actually we see Dyrus is mid, and up top is Crescendo? Crescendo. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the players here. We've got Crescendo as Akali, and she's just kicking this Renekton's butt here. And I don't think he's going to die to that. He's going to survive, but he got forced back under tower fast. And that's actually really uncommon for Akali to bully anybody off lane, much less a Renekton who is a known early game bully. But we've got Crescendo playing the Akali versus Renekton played by Kojolitka. Ooh, Thresh is being... Actually, he's engaging on the Morgana. Nice hook there, and she's gonna go down there to Ezreal. And Vayne's just about to die too. The Flay does not hit, but she's still really low, so she's gonna have to be careful now. That was a really good death sentence by him. She flashed, but unfortunately for her, she flashed in a straight line away from him. So she still flashed right into where the Q was gonna be. We now have Lee Sin and Pantheon heading up here. Lee Sin sees it, of course, sends out that Q, sees him still going, and actually he is still going. And we may be seeing a bit of an invade here. He's going to, Lee Sin's hiding in this bush. Now he's going to go ahead and do some damage here to the Pantheon. Pantheon is forced to go ahead and back off. There will not be a turret dive as of yet, although that does not rule out a turret dive later. There is a ward here, so if he does decide to do it, he's going to be picked up by that. But he's probably not going to go for a little bit, just to give that Lee Sin time to get out. And Lee Sin, you notice, is actually kind of hanging around here because he figures it's going to happen. And there we go, Pantheon's getting ready, and now he's going in. Lee Sin's too far away to do anything. They are going for this Renekton. Renekton's not going to be able to escape. He goes down. Pantheon gets the kill, not the Akali. But that's going to give more CS there for the Akali. Vayne's forced back due to this nasty, nasty bot lane. No first blood yet, but, no first blood for the blue team, as Xpecial and Ezreal here, Bob Quinn DX, actually got that first blood already. Lee Sin's on his way up, coming in just to go ahead and get this CS. He's not going to be able to do anything to Akali, obviously, as she is already back. But he is going to go ahead and clear out those minions. Alright, carrying on. We've Kojo Lika, I think I said that was his name. In the mid lane, we've got Rise, played by Dyrus, interestingly enough. He's going to be versus Orianna, played by Plasma Lemon, which kind of sounds like something Cave Johnson would create here. Oh, Lee Sin coming in for a gank here on Dyrus, but Dyrus is Dyrus. Dyrus doesn't even care. He just gets out of that. He's going to be fine. So, Plasma Lemon indeed. Incendiary Lemon of Doom. Alright, AD carry, we've got Zmexi. Zmexi, really? Playing Vayne. He's going to be versus Ezreal, as I mentioned before, played by Bob Quinn DX. The supports, we've got Morgana, played by Fishing for Earth, versus Xpecial, playing Thresh, one of his best champions. And then finally, we've got Azingi playing Pantheon versus Ninjakin as Lee Sin. So there's actually 3 TSM members in this game. Granted, Ninjakin's only a TSM sub, but I mean he's still technically a TSM member. Although I don't believe subs get. Oh, flash play there. We'll continue that thought in a moment. Gets the slow there from Lee Sin onto Morgana. Morgana's gonna go down. She doesn't need. There comes the death sentence. It lands, and she is gonna go down as well. She definitely overstayed her welcome. If you notice, when all this went down, she could have just backed off right here. She should have just backed off right here. She knew Morgana was gonna go down. Sticking around's a terrible idea, but she chose to go ahead and hit Thresh. And then, of course, that just set him up that he could go ahead and go for that. Had she continued running and then did her dash this way, she probably would have gotten out of that. But instead, she chose to get that single auto attack off on Xpecial, and that just ended up getting her dead. That did absolutely nothing for her, and it was definitely not worth it. Now we do see the red team coming up here to go in on that early dragon already. Pantheon's hanging around here, but he's not going to be able to do anything. He is going on the Ezreal. Ezreal's going to be forced back, but yeah, Pantheon's not going to be able to do anything to him. But yeah, as I was saying before, I don't believe, don't quote me on this because I could definitely be wrong, but I don't think that subs actually get paid by the teams like the professional starters do. But, I mean, either way, I would still classify subs as part of the team, although they're not quite as strongly a part of the team as actual starting members, I guess you could say. So, either way, 3 members of TSM on here, which is kind of cool. And we've got a Zengi as well. And this Akali is actually pretty nasty. If we look at her CS there, she's at 44 versus 13 for Renekton. Renekton getting, oh, nice, binding onto Ezreal there. Gonna get that Tormented Soil there and do a decent amount of damage, but not really gonna be able to do too much. And Xpecial's here. He's just running in. He says, I don't even care. Gonna go ahead and flay the Vayne, but he does not land the death sentence. But of course, she walks right into an Ezreal Q anyway, so she's low again. But yeah, he tried to do the death sentence, did not quite land. She wouldn't hit her anyway. She punted him back even if it would have. But if it had, of course, she would have been stunned either way. And Dyrus is just pressing up this mid lane. He's not too far ahead of Orianna, but he actually is ahead. And she did go back, which means she's going to miss out on at least some of that CS. Going to miss out on the big one, which is important. And looks like yet again Renekton. Wait. Yeah, he's level 4. He's level 4. Akali is 6. And I'm pretty sure he almost died to double golems here. Does he, like, not have any armor? Nice. We got 43 armor. I'm not sure what the base starting is on Renekton, as I don't play him. But he's going and doing his best here, but just look at that. I mean, his health is getting so low. And he's forced to run away there. And, yeah, he just about died to double golems. From nearly full health, actually. So he is not having a good game this game at all. In comes a gank down bottom, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. Pantheon's hanging around red beforehand. And then we see him setting up for this gank. He just hit 6 from the looks of it. And there we go. Here comes the gank. Coming in behind Xpecial and Bob Quinn. The Morgana Q misses, but the Vayne thing was able to, Vayne Condemn was able to shunt Xpecial into the wall there and stop her. He's still continuing to chase. There's the death sentence there from Thresh. And down goes the Vayne to Ezreal. They're continuing to go for this. Ezreal's doing what he can to go ahead and take down the Morgana. I think he will be able to. He gets the double kill there. And she goes down to Orianna, but he is actually able to take down the Pantheon beforehand. So that was a 3 for 2, which is not at all what the blue team wanted for that. That was a 3 versus 2 there, and the red team came out with 2 kills. I mean, granted, Orianna came in later, but even still, it was still, in large part, a 3 for 2. Dyrus is getting ganked here. He's going to go down to this, but he's doing his best to live as long as possible. He does indeed go down. He got kicked this way by that Lee Sin, who did the whole ward jump kick thing, and yeah, Dyrus ended up way over here, which is not at all where you want to be. And he ended up going down for that. Renekton's just over here continuing to jungle here because he cannot go top at all. And Akali has just completely locked this, which is why the Renekton's roaming around in the jungle. He knows he would not be able to CS, even if he were here, because of the fact that she's got it locked like this. She's got it stopped, and the minions aren't going anywhere. If he came up there, he would die. So he's just over there jungling instead, which means that Lee Sin's having a pretty bad time. He's being forced to counter jungle a bit here. And now we see him setting up for a bit of a gank here on a Zingy. There we go. He's going in on a Zingy. Dyrus is just on the other side of that wall. Orianna's coming over to help. He gets out of that. Just barely. The Rise flash over the wall. And it looks like a Ninjakin will possibly go down. He does not go down thanks to that shield there. But he still ends up going down because Akali came to help. She's now going in on the Orianna. Orianna's slowed there by that shroud from Akali. And of course it's Akali. So there's her mark. She's getting her really low. There's the barrier and the shield there onto that Orianna. Akali finishes her off, and Renekton says, I'm not even going to fight this. He's not going to try it. He gets out of it, and he's going to get some CS finally. And it means he finally hits 6. So again, that did not go at all the way the red team planned. They ended up losing 2 people. They got 1. They got 1. That was a 2 for 1 again. Another missed binding there. In comes Pantheon behind. The death sentence misses from Thresh, but these guys are trying their best to get out now. The box comes out and melts the Morgana. And now Vayne is forced to flash over that wall. Xpecial getting really low. Flashes over the wall. He's gonna be fine. Akali's hanging around here. She's trying to take down Thresh. The Ezreal does go down. Xpecial's trying his best to get out. She jumps to him. And yeah, she's gonna finish him off. He tried to flay her out. Didn't end up happening. And now Lee Sin's on the run, uses that ult to push Dyrus and the Akali. They're out of the way. Now Orianna comes in. The Lee Sin comes back in. There's the shroud there from Akali. She's doing her best. In comes Pantheon as well. If Rise gets too close, he may end up going down. Pantheon's doing quite a bit of damage to Lee Sin. Lee Sin's being forced to fall back. And it looks like there will be no more kills for the moment. Vayne is just sitting down here farming her heart out because this is about the only chance she'll get to farm. Look at her CS. She is actually only 2 behind Ezreal, which kind of has me surprised given how hard Ezreal has shut her down. But he does have Trinity Force because he's 6-2-1 at the moment. Dyrus is doing quite a bit of damage there to the Orianna, but Orianna's, in contrast, doing quite a bit of damage to him as well. So, neither one really coming out. I would say Orianna came out a little bit ahead thanks to that shield. And these wards pick up the Pantheon, who they said probably coming for a gank on Renekton. So Renekton backs it off. And Akali, of course, is 9 now. So he didn't want to fight her anyway. He's having a really bad game this game. I do not envy him that. Not at all. And now we've got Lee Sin coming down here for a bit of a lane gank. Xpecial setting up for it, checking out the bush over here. But Vayne and Morgana just say, no, forget this. We are not even fighting. We're scared. We're gonna hang out at the tower, and it's all gonna be glorious. So Lee Sin went ahead and backed off. He's gonna go ahead and give that blue to Orianna. And now we've got Xpecial and Bob Quinn XD kind of heading down. Looks like Xpecial stopped to chat there for a second. Probably warning about the ward here would be my guess, but I don't even know. I don't have chat turned on. So I could be way off. Ezreal is just ripping this Vayne to shreds. She did a little bit of damage to him. She didn't get her finished silver bolts off there, so that was definitely a big part of it. Akali coming down here to gank on the Orianna that just got her blue. We see her moving down already. As Orianna gets to lane, Akali comes in, and it's going to be Dyrus and Akali versus this Orianna. There we go. There's the root from Dyrus. Orianna gets low, and down she goes to Dyrus, actually. And now Akali's doing her best to get out of it. She's going to get out, and that is another kill there for the blue team. So far, blue team, oh, that Ezreal ulti, and down goes the Vayne. And in comes the Pantheon. the special. Wow, that hook landed as Pantheon landed. And that gave Ezreal the time to go ahead and finish off the Morgana. And now they're just taking off here from this Pantheon. Pantheon's now trying to run. Special lands the hook. In goes the Ezreal. Flash stun comes out from Pantheon, but Ezreal says, I don't even care. Ezreal just finishes him off with a Q to the face. And that's going to be another dragon here for the red team as it just came up. Dyrus was hanging around to possibly go for a bit of a steal or just to do some damage to them. And he is actually kind of forcing them to fall back. Ezreal's hanging around here, though, to do some damage. Xpecial lands the hook, and that means that Dyrus is going to go down here. Yeah, he does indeed. The kill actually goes to Xpecial, and that means that this dragon is going to be free for them. I'm sure Dyrus is happy getting utterly well, not really utterly dominated, but having his teammate on the enemy team and making him cry like that. Wing? Who is that? Who went wing? I don't know. I don't know who went wing. It was? I don't know. I don't know. Whoever it was, I don't think it was anybody big. There it was again. Ezreal? Why is Ezreal taking damage? Wait, what? Was Ezreal taking damage, or is it just bugging out on me? It's gotta be just bugging out on me. I don't even know. No, he just took damage there. What the heck? What was that? Yeah, he successfully went back and then took another quarter of his health and damage. So that was pretty strange. I was wondering because nobody was even fighting, and yet I kept hearing the "you just took a lot of damage" swing. So that kind of confused the heck out of me. Now we go. The Ezreal and the Thresh coming back down again. Morgana lands her Dark Binding there onto Xpecial. Xpecial takes a little bit of damage there, but nothing too big, and he's going to be back to full health very quickly here. In the meantime, though, Akali's over here roaming, and it looks like she's kind of hunting for this Lee Sin. Not going to catch him, though. He picks her up on that ward there, and she is heading back top. Renekton immediately backs off because he does not want to fight this, as mentioned before. So she's going to get to go ahead and finish off this farm here. Her tower is actually pretty low. It's actually very low. And I guess there was a Q from Ezreal doing that. Let's see. She's not too far. He takes a tower shot. Nothing too huge, though. But yeah, it's probably a Q. Yeah, it was indeed a Q. Wow, look at the damage that Q did. Almost a quarter of her health there. With one Q. So Ezreal's really dangerous right now. He honestly is. He's going to go ahead and finish off that tower. And there we go. Got the shield there. In comes Pantheon again. Coming in for a gank on them. And these guys say, we don't care. We're going to go for this. They go ahead, take down the Morgana instantly. They're going for Vayne now. The death sentence misses from Xpecial. Looks like Vayne is going to live. Yes, she does indeed live. Xpecial tried to flash and get that final attack off on her. Didn't end up working because the spear was already on the way there from... Oh, the miss for the Pantheon. But Orianna does go ahead, come over and wrap that up. She finishes off the Vayne. Pantheon's going to continue pushing here. Push it against the tower. Maybe get some damage on the tower. And actually, no, he's going to go ahead and fall back. I was about to say, maybe go ahead and take the tower, but I kind of doubt it. There we go. In they go on Dyrus. Kicks him out again. And Dyrus goes down again. This is not a good time for Dyrus. There's really nothing he can do to that. Lee Sin came in from behind again. He's under tower. Lee Sin doesn't even care. He just went ahead, took him out. And down goes Dyrus' tower as well. Ouch. Up top, Renekton still playing super cautious versus this Akali. Again, I do not blame him whatsoever. He's already been ripped to shreds so much. Oh, now he's going to go for her because Thresh and Lee Sin are actually coming up here. There we go. She's trying her best to get out. And there we go. The pink ward comes out, but she flashes out, and she is actually going to escape this. This will give the red team, if they wish, the opportunity to go ahead and take her tower. But it looks like they actually are not going to do that. And that ended up being a wasted pink ward. Oh, no, never mind. They are indeed going for the tower. Looked for a second like they weren't, but they are. This tower is going to go down. And that is going to be the third tower of the game for the red team. And the blue has yet to come back with a tower of their own. Oh, Ezreal going in on the Morgana here. She's doing her best. Gets hit by that Q. Chunks her down a lot, but Akali is here. Ezreal saw her beforehand, so he immediately took off. She's trying to chase him there. Gets hit by a Q, doesn't do too much as she's pretty darn fed herself. And he is actually going to escape this. So she's going to go ahead and head on back. A little bit of a fight up here, I guess. Yes, indeed. Pantheon's coming in. Goes in for the stun. And actually, Lee Sin decides to tower dive this. Kicks the Azingi back. But he's not going to be able to finish it off. Renekton's doing his best to tower dive this. Azingi is going to live through this because Azingi is a little too strong for that. And that means Renekton will not get the kill. Oh! Instead, Lee Sin comes in for the kill. He's going to go down to the tower, though, so I'm not really sure that was worth it, honestly. Landed the Q. If you land the Q, you must follow through, and that's exactly what he did. Oh, the Orianna ult just decimates these guys. Down they both go, and that upgraded scanner from actually, it's not upgraded, is it? No, she just auto-attacked, I guess because it faked her out. So, didn't actually have vision of her, but I guess she went ahead and auto-attacked anyway, so she went down as well, and that was a double kill there. Could have just been the Orianna, just regular attacks, too. Oh, nice Dark Binding there from Morgana. Landing it under the tower. Xpecial took a lot of damage there, and he's forced to back off now because he just took half of his health and damage. That was a really good Dark Binding, and I don't think Xpecial was expecting that at all. Xpecial acting? No. Ulti comes out from Ezreal, chunks a quarter of Vayne's health away, and now it looks like Ezreal's going to go ahead and head back. Thresh is as well, and the blue team's just kind of converging mid to possibly try and force down a tower. No, they're going to go ahead and back off. I can't say I blame them. Orianna's back in place, and you don't want to mess with that. She's already really nasty. This pink ward's still hanging around, so we're probably going to see Akali clean that up pretty soon. Would be my guess. And Lee Sin's getting his butt kicked over here. What's going on there? He gets picked up by... Oh, what the heck? He gets picked up by that ward, and he's going in. I'm not sure what he's doing, possibly just warding. And gets immediately stunned there and rooted from Ryze. And he jumps to a ward to get out of it, but in comes that ulti from Pantheon. Oh, the Xpecial Lantern means that was a wasted ulti, and he is going to live through this with no problem. And now we've got the blue team slowly converging up here, except for Vayne, who's down bottom, continuing to farm. She's actually quite a bit behind. Oh, Xpecial lands the death sentence on Akali. She puts down the shroud. She's gonna go down, though, to the Orianna. Now they're going in on the Pantheon. He's trying his best. He goes ahead and flashes over the wall. He's gonna escape this. The Dark Binding lands on Renekton there, so he's not gonna go down. And Xpecial's just trying to get in range. The Flay, there's the Flay. There's the Dark Binding. Morgana's gonna go down. Down she goes, indeed. And the blue team, red team says, let's go for this tower. Ezreal says, nope, I'm gonna go ahead and hit Vayne. And he does exactly that. But they're going to go ahead and take down this tower and possibly continue pushing here because it's only Dyrus versus everybody. The ulti comes out from Ezreal clearing out the minions, and there's really nothing that Dyrus can do. Orianna's chasing down. Oh! Vayne is caught by a tower there. And now these guys are in a little bit of trouble. They're being forced to run. And in the meantime, I mean, these guys are still pushing that tower down. Pantheon did quite a bit of damage there, and Vayne is forced to run away. She flashes just away, and she goes down anyway. So that is another kill there onto that. And Lee Sin actually did... Oh, sorry. Wait. When did Pantheon die? So, oh, he died there to the Ignite. Okay. I didn't even see him die. But I did see that happen. I was too busy worrying about that. And in the meantime, these guys were over here. They got another tower. Oh, yeah, inhibitor as well. Not another inhibitor. They got the first inhibitor of the game. And... those guys were able to just 2 versus 2. So that's terrible news there for the blue team. It's currently 2 versus 5, as they just popped back out. I mean, they weren't dead, but yeah. You know what I mean. And now Ezreal's getting another free dragon here for the red team. Looks like nobody's even heading down there from the blue team. They said, we're just going to have to let this slide. They're trying to press this up quickly. Didn't end up happening. And they weren't even able to clear the pink ward here, which is kind of crazy. I would have thought they would. By the way, that is apparently how they got vision. No, because that wasn't there. So I don't know how they got vision on Akali earlier. Kind of crazy. Lots of back pings coming onto the Akali there. She's a bit low. And they're going to go ahead and give this blue buff here to Dyrus, who does not have vision of it. There we go. It finally goes down. It went into the bush, and he saw nothing. You see nothing, Jon Snow. And this game is not looking good at all for the blue team. Dyrus... never go against Xpecial, apparently, because you're against Xpecial, Even if you do well in the mid lane, you're still against Xpecial. And Xpecial will just dominate you. Large part, Xpecial is a large part of why this has gone as well as it has, because he was able to get Bob Quinn down there fed like crazy. Nice. Lands the Q there just to get that last CS. Probably not the intention there, but that's how it ended up happening. And there's the ping from the red team onto Baron. Ryze is pressing down bottom. The ward actually just went down, which is great timing here for the red team. And these guys are going for that Baron. Dyrus is going to get the tower. But it's going to be a tower for a Baron, which means it's definitely okay. I can't see the blue team being able to stop them, even if they had known about it. So, honestly, it's going to be fine. And now we've got Renekton and Thresh pressing up here. And Morgana, Vayne, and Akali are all here to press this back. But it's going to be 3 versus 5, and the 5 have Baron. So they're probably going to be able to force this back. Dyrus is continuing to split push here. So they're definitely going to get this. Vayne gets hit by the death sentence. In comes the ulti there from Pantheon. And no, he cancels it because he knows better than to go for that. Ezreal got the tower, and wait a minute. Pantheon went for it anyway? I thought he canceled it. Because the little circle went away. There's the circle. There's the second circle. Oh, there he is. Apparently he was just really delayed. And he did indeed end up coming down, and he went down there to Ezreal as well. So Dyrus did get some damage on the tower, but definitely not really worth it. And these guys are just steamrolling. Down goes the Morgana. They're continuing to press here. It's Dyrus and Akali versus the world. And there we go. Akali just melts there because she got hit by another Xpecial hook. Dyrus is going to be able to escape this, but it really doesn't matter because the red team's going for these towers. They're going to take this down. The flash comes out, and never mind, Dyrus does not escape. What did he die there to? Who flashed? Xpecial? Oh, okay. Nice. Ezreal, yeah. They just destroyed everything. And down goes the Nexus here. They're going to try to take out the Vayne too, but it's not going to happen. Nexus goes down, or it will very shortly. Nice hook again from Xpecial onto a Zingy. Not going to really matter as the game is over, but they're just kind of duking it out, trying to get all the kills they can. They get Pantheon, trying to get Vayne, ignoring the Nexus. Not going to happen though. Nexus goes down, and that's going to be the end of this game. Wow. Yeah, definitely domination there from the bot lane. Top lane, blue team dominated. Mid lane, I think it was about even. Actually, Dyrus came out ahead. He's at 193 CS. Well, there's that, though. So, I don't know. It seemed, early on at least, to be fairly even. But late game, at least, once Xpecial started roaming, there was really no hope for mid lane. And that is going to be the end of this game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you guys next time. Have a good night.